Hi friends, welcome to IISN YouTube channel. Now we are going to see the topics on control flow statements in Java. Okay, so we are going to proceed into what is meant by control statement. Okay, the control statement is it is used to execute the block of the statement only when the particular statement is true. Okay, so when the particular condition is true, it will be going to execute the block of statement. Okay, so here you see you will be having this block, right? Okay, so you want to execute this block only when the particular conditions which is given on here it is going to be true. Okay, so then only this set of particular block is going to be executed. Okay, so that is what it is called control statement. Okay, so here you see the definition: control flow statement however break up the flow of execution by employing decision making and conditionally execute the particular block of code. Okay, so this block of code is going to be executed based on the condition which is given on there. If the condition is true, if the condition which is given on true, it will be going to execute this block of statement. Okay, let's see what are the different types of control flow statement which is present on Java. First one is going to be if statement, second one is going to be if else statement, third one is going to be if else if statement, and fourth is going to be nested if statement, and fifth is going to be switch statement. We are going to see it detail one by one. First we are going to proceed to the if statement. Here you see what is the if statement. Here you see it is going to check the statement. Okay, so that is the statement given on here, right? Okay, so if statement. Okay, so if statement, if this statement is true, it will be going to execute the block of statement. That is what is if statement. Okay, so it is used to check the statement is true or false. If it is true, the block of statement is executed. Okay, otherwise it execute the next to if statement. Okay, so here you see after if the statement is true, it will be going to execute this block of statement. If the statement is false, okay, it will be going to execute the statement which is outside of the if statement. Okay, so right. Okay, so here you see this is the statement, this is just consider it is a if and it is a conditional. Okay, so it is a condition. If it is true, it will be going to execute this statement. If it is false, it will be going to execute the statement next to it. Okay, so that is the thing. Okay, so if statement here, it will be going to be execute this statement. Okay, but the problem is here you see I am going to explain this problem which is happening on there. Okay, so I am going to execute show it on the execution part. Okay, so the next one is going to be if else statement. Okay, so if else statement. Okay, so it is going to be execute the block of statement. Okay, so this statement block of statement 1, if it is a statement is true. Okay, if the statement is false which is given on here, if it is a false, it will be going to execute the else part which is given else part. Okay, so that is block of statement 2. Let's move into the implementation part of this first two one. Okay, so then we are going to see the rest of the things. Okay, so I am going to create a simple packages com dot IISN dot conditional statement. Okay, so now I am going to create basic if statement. Okay, here you see I am going to ask the user to enter the age. Okay, so for that I am going to have the variable int age. Okay, so we need to get the values from the user. Okay, so I am going to use the scanner classes to read the input from the user. Okay, system dot in. Okay, semicolon. I am going to import this package. Okay, right. Okay, I am going to write void check values. Okay, so it is user defined method. Okay, so you can give any name. Okay, so for the method name here I am giving check value. Okay, so if first I am going to get the input. Okay, so I am going to print the statement sys out enter the age. Okay, so I am going to after user is going to give the age, I am having the variable which is age to collect the values for the age. I am having age variable, then I am using the scanner class to read the input from the user. Okay, so that I am using next int. okay, semicolon. Okay, I am going to write the condition. First, the syntax of the if statement. What is if statement? Block of statement. Okay, so this is the syntax, right? Okay, I am going to write a condition if, okay, so age is greater than or equal to, okay, 18. Okay, so then I am going to print the statement sys out okay, so you are eligible for vote, voting rights. Okay, so next I am going to print, okay, so some other statement. Okay, so if it is you are, if the person is giving values which is other than 18, okay, so then what it is going to do, it will be going to not going to execute the if statement. You are not eligible for voting rights. Okay, so right, okay, so I am going to execute this statement under the main method. Okay, so I am going to create object for this classes basic if statement. Okay, so and I am going to basic if statement equal to new basic if statement semicolon basic if statement dot check value. Okay, okay, so first we are going to execute this program and check it. Okay, so it is asking the age. Okay, if I am going to enter the age, okay, so it is tell it will here you see it is printing the both the statement. You are eligible for voting rights as well as you are not eligible for voting rights. Okay, so let's see why it is printing like this. Okay, so we are going to see the explanation part of this program. Okay, so here you see we declare one variable. Okay, so that is age and we are having one method check values. Okay, so we are going to create object from this. Okay, so here you see BIS is the object, it is created, right? Okay, it will be holding the values that is variable age. Okay, so then after it will be going to find out the default constructor. There is no constructor on here. Okay, so if it is no constructor, it will be going to create a default constructor. If you want to know more about the constructor, in the description part, okay, I will be giving a link on the for the description videos. Okay, so that is the constructor videos. Okay, in the description part. Okay, so here you see I am creating I am going to call the constructor here. The now constructor is present, so that it will be going to allocate the default value for it. Okay, so then it will be going to call bis dot check value. Okay, it will be going to call this value call this method. Here you see we are going to print the statement enter the age. Okay, so it will be going to print the statement like this enter the age. Okay, so after seeing this statement, as a user what you are going to do, okay, so you are going to give the input, right? Okay, so that is what we did on here. After seeing the statement, we give the values age 30. Okay, so here you see that value will be going to assign to this variable age. Okay, so here you see it will be going to be updated to 30. Okay, so next, okay, so it will be going to check the condition if age is greater than or equal to. First here you see greater than or equal to means first what we are pronouncing greater than or equal to, so that you have to read it like this. This is the greater side, right? Okay, so you have to tell so that greater than or equal to. It is telling that, okay, so the given age should be greater than or equal to 80. Okay, so then it will be going to print, okay, so 18 eligible for voting age. Okay, so here you see what the value given 30. Okay, so it is going to check the condition. Okay, age is greater than or equal to 18. Okay, so in the place of age it will be going to substitute the values of 30. Okay, so 30 is telling that 30 is greater than or equal to 18. Okay, so if the condition is true, right? Okay, so that will be going to execute the block of statement, that is this statement. Okay, after executing this statement, it will be going to be print this statement too. Okay, so that is a problem we are having in the if statement. To avoid this, when the condition is going to be true false, okay, so we saw one more thing, right? Okay, so in the PPT point presentation, okay, so that is if else. Okay, so what it is doing, so if the statement is true, it will be going to be execute the block of statement. If the statement is false, okay, it will be going to execute the block of statement 2. Okay, so if it is true, it will be going to execute the block of statement 1. If it is false, it will be going to execute the block of statement 2. Okay, so here you see I am just going to change the syntax. What is the syntax? If and else. Okay, so here you see we are having the one more if. Okay, so then that should be followed by I am going to put the one more else part over here. Okay, I'm just going to copy this content, Control X and Control V. Okay, so here you see we are splitting this statement into two parts. One is if, another one is else. What is else part is means, okay, so generally we are going to talk, right? Okay, so if the if something is going to happen, okay, so we will be going to that will be going to be get executed. If it is not get executed, what else? Okay, so we will be going to discuss this thing, right? Okay, so if you are not going to move in the theater, okay, so if the theater is houseful, we are going to generally ask the question, right, to our friends, what else? Okay, so if it is the thing is not happen, the thing is what the next should be happen. Okay, so here you see we are going to check the condition. If the age is greater than or 18, it will be going to be execute this statement. That is, if statement is this block of statement is true, it will be going to execute this statement. So if the block of statement is failed, okay, so if it is false, then what else it will be going to do? It will be going to call else part, which is exist on here. Okay, so else part, that is, in the else part we are going to call system.out.println. Okay, so in this we are printing you are not eligible for voting rights. If the person age is below than 18, okay, so we are going to execute the else part. Okay, so let's run this program and check it. I am going to give the values on here is 31, enter. Okay, so here you see it is printing, now it is printing only one statement, you are eligible for voting rights. Okay, so I am going to give the values which is lesser than 18. Okay, so run this program and I am going to give 15, enter. Okay, so here you see what we are getting, you are not eligible for voting rights. Okay, so it is, if it is the statement is true, it will be going to execute this block. If the statement is false, it will be going to execute this block. Hope you understand. If else statement. Okay, so this one. Okay, so now we are going to proceed to the next one, if else if. Okay, so what the statement is about means, it will be keep on checking the condition, okay, until the it will be going to find it the matching statement. Okay, that is, it will be, if it is a statement, the statement one is for true, it will be going to execute the block of statement one and exit. If the statement one is failed, it will be going to execute else if part. Okay, so that is statement 2. It will be execute, it will be going to check this statement 2. If it is true on here, okay, it will be going to execute the block of statement 2. If it is statement 2 is failed on here, it will be going to check the else part, that is statement 3. If the statement 3 is true, it will be going to execute the block of statement 3 and exit. If it is also here also it is going to be false, it will be going to be finally there is no condition checking is fine, so that it will be finally execute the else part. Okay, so that is the thing. Okay, so here is what the definition, it is used to check the statement is true or false. Okay, if it is true, it execute the block of statement, otherwise it check the next else if statement. If it is true, in the second checking operations, it execute the second block of statement, otherwise it check the next block of else if statement. Okay, in case if all the statement else if part statement, if statement and the else if part is failed, finally it will be going to execute the else part. Okay, so if it is no statement written true, it execute finally else part, this one, right? Okay, so we are going to check the condition. Okay, so we are going to write a simple program based on if else. Okay, so I am going to create basic if else statement. Okay, so what the scenarios we are going to write it, so it will be going to check the dates. Okay, so if it is going to be that if the date is going to be equal to 1, it will be going to execute the particular block. Okay, so that is we are having 5 we are having 7 days in a week, right? Okay, so we are asking the enter the days in the week. Okay, so that is day in the week. Okay, so if he is going to enter 2, okay, so that is 2 is Monday, right? Okay, so we are going to execute the Monday and exit the loop, right? Okay, so if he is going to enter the values of 1, we are going to return Sunday. Okay, so Sunday. If he is going to return the values 2, then it is Monday. Likewise, we are going to print all the 7 days. Okay, so we are going to keep on checking this statement, the user given input. Okay. new if else if statement. Okay, so we are going to declare one variable int day in week. Okay, so we are having the scanner classes. Okay, so I'm going to create a method to get the values for this variable. Why? Get data. Okay, so I'm going to create sys out. Okay, so enter the day in the week. Okay, so we are having the variable day in the week equal to s dot next int. Okay, so we are going to collect the input. If the user is going to give 1, we have to print Monday, Sunday. If he is going to give 2, we have to print Monday. And if he is going to give the 3, okay, so we have to print Tuesday. Likewise. Okay, so like if you are going, now we are going to check the values. Okay, so if we are going to check the values now, if day in the week double equal to 1, we are going to print the statement Sunday, right? Likewise, I am going to print all the values. Before that, we have to put the else dot, else if, else if, else if. Okay. Just I am moving this flower bracket one step above. Okay, to reduce the length of the line. Okay, so we are having 1 2 3 4. Okay, so we need 3 more. 1 2 3. Finally else part. Okay, so now we are going to change the day. Okay, so it is day 2 means Monday. If day 3 means Monday, Tuesday. Okay, so if it is day 4 means Wednesday. If day 5 means Thursday. If day 6 means Friday. If day 7 means Saturday. Okay, so sys out, enter the proper value between 1 to 7. Okay, enter the proper day between 1 to 7. Okay, so we are going to create a main function. Okay, so in this main function we are going to call this method. Okay, so main function. Okay, so in this we are going to call a basic if else statement. Basic if else statement equal to new basic if else statement. Okay, so bis dot get data. Okay, so get data, this is the method, right? Okay, so why it is throwing error? Get data. Oh, so we have to use the small letters on D, right? Okay, okay, right. We are going to run this program and check it, the execution flow of this program. It is asking the enter the day in a week. Okay, so I'm just going to enter 2. Okay, so here you see it is printing the Monday. Let's see the execution flow of this program. Okay, so here you see we are having variable day in a week. Okay, so here you see we are creating the object which is going to be BIES. Okay, so BIES object is going to be created. Okay, so here you see we are going to, this object is just going to hold the copy of this class, right? Okay, this class what it is having, okay, so class is having variables day in a week. Okay, so day in week. Okay, so it will be going to call this statement and it is going to hold the copy of the particular variable. Okay, so in the particular classes. Okay, so here you see object is what it is hold the copy of classes, right? Okay, so if you are having the confusion on this, I'm giving the in the description link you will be finding the link for the class and objects. Okay, you just go through it. Okay, so here you see this object is just going to hold the copy of classes, so that day in a week is created. Okay, so then that should be followed by we are having the scanner classes. Okay, so that should be followed by we are calling the object by using the object we are going to call the get data method. Okay, so it will be going to call this method get data. Okay, so in this statement what is the first statement, we are going to ask the user to enter the day in a week. So here you see it is going to be print the statement after user is going to give. Okay, so we are having the variable which is called day in a week. Okay, so that variable. Okay, so this variable is just going to get the input from the user by using s dot next int. Okay, so this s scanner classes is used to read the input from the user. Okay, so I'm creating the object from the scanner classes. Yes, okay, so we are having the day in a week is integer. To read the input from the integer to read the input for the integer variable we are using s dot next int. Okay, so I'm going to give the values 2. Okay, so that is going to assign to which variable, day in a week. Okay, so here you see it is going to be assigned to as 2. Okay, so now you see it will be taking the first block of statement. Okay, so now you see the day in a week is going to be 2. Okay, it will be going to check this statement. Here you see this statement it will be going to be get executed if the day in a week is going to be 1. Okay, so but here you see the day in week is not equal to 1, so it will be going to check the next statement. Here you see the day in a week is equal to 2 or not. Yes, it is true, so that it is going to execute this statement and it will not, it will be skip the rest of the statement. It will not going to check the rest of the statement. Once it find out the matching one, okay, it will be execute this statement and exit from the loop. Okay, likewise if the user is going to give the values as 5. Okay, so let's see what it is going to happen. Okay, 5. Okay, so here you see we are getting Thursday. Okay, so day in a week. Okay, so that is 5. The user given input is 5. Okay, day in a week now is going to be 5. Okay, so it will be going to check this statement. Here is a day in a week is 1. Okay, so that it will be going to skip this statement and check the next statement. Okay, so here you see day in week is 2, so that it here also it is false, so that it will be skip this block and move to the next one. It will be going to check here. Here you see day in a week is 3, but we are having the day in a week is 5. It will be false, right? Okay, so that it will be skip this statement or move to the next one. Here you see in this day in week is going to be 4, so that it will be going to skip this statement and move to the next one. Here you see day in week is 5. It will be here you see in the day in week is also 5. The 5 is fine is get matches. Okay, so that it will be going to execute this statement. Okay, double equal is equal to check the particular value whether it is equal to the values on given on the right hand side. Both the left hand side value variable and right hand side variables match values is get matched. Okay, so then it will be going to execute this statement. Double equal to is used to check both the values are equal or not. Okay, so here you see it is equal to 5, so that it will be going to print the statement and it is just skip the rest of the statement. Okay, so if you are going to give the values 8 means it will be keep on checking this one, it is not true, and this one it is not going true. So all the statement from top to bottom is get true, get false. Okay, so so that it will be just going to execute the else part. Okay, so if the user is going to give 8 means there is no 8 here. Okay, so in this if else statement. Okay, so it will be going to execute the else part. Okay, so hope you understand if else if. Okay, so if else if means what, it will be keep on checking the condition until it will finding the matching one. Okay, if there is no matching one is going to be fine, in the condition it will be going to finally execute the else part. Okay, so this is the if else if statement. Okay, so this is the basic if else statement. Okay, so we are going to see it in details in upcoming videos. Okay, now here you see we are going to move to the next one, which is going to be a nested if. Okay, so what is a nested if? Okay, so the nested if is going to be check the statement 1. Okay, so in this syntax you can find this, if statement 1 is going to be true, it will be going to get into this block, that is the block on here, right? Okay, it will be going to execute this, get into this block. Okay, so here again we are checking one more condition. If statement is true, it will be going to execute the block of statement. If the statement 2 is false on here, it will be going to execute the else part, that is block of statement 2. Okay, so that is nested if. Okay, so nested if means what? One condition statement will hold another condition statement, that is what it is called nested if. Okay, so here you see what is the definition. It is used to check the statement is true or false. If the statement is 1 is true, then it get into the if statement located inside the first block of code. Okay, and if this and check the if statement true is true or false. Okay, so if it is for statement 1 is true, okay, it will be get inside and it will be going to check this next if statement, that is statement 2. If the statement 2 is true, it will be going to execute the block of statement. If the statement 2 is false, it will be going to execute the else part on here. Okay, so and this is the first one. Okay, so and the second point here you see, if the statement is false, it execute the else block. Okay, that is block of statement 3 on here. If the statement 1 is false on here itself, it is not moving to this block and it will be going to check print the this block of statement, that is going to execute the block of statement 3. Okay, so we are going to see the implementation part of this program. For a better understanding, we are going to write a simple program, nested if. Okay, example. Okay, so what is the scenario we are going to write is, okay, so we are going to get the age. Okay, so age from the person. Okay, so in the train reservation, ticket reservation. Okay, so if he is going to be a age is going to be a above 50. Okay, so above 50 or above 60. Okay, so above 60. Okay, so then we are going to in the train reservation. Okay, so we will be going to book a ticket. Okay, so if he is above 60, then we are going to book a ticket. Okay, so for men and woman. Okay, so if he is going to be men, okay, so we are going to give it as a middle berth. Okay, so if he is woman, he will be going to, we are going to give it as lower berth. Okay, so let's check the condition now. Let's write the coding. We have to check both the condition. If he is a greater than 60, we are going to give birth, confirm birth. Okay, for that we need two variables. One is used to get the age, another one is going to be get male or female. Okay, so right. So I'm going to check the condition. I'm going to write a condition int age. Okay, and then char gender semicolon. Okay, so I'm going to create a scanner classes s equal to new scanner system dot in. Okay, I'm going to create void get data method. Okay, so I'm going to get the values for all these two variables. System dot out dot println, enter the gender. Okay, so m or m for male slash n f for capital F for female. Okay, right. Okay, So then we are going to having the scanner classes s dot next method. I am going to use it here. Okay, so I am going to use set as a string strng string. Okay, so now you see I am going to get the values for the age. Okay, sys out enter the age. Okay, so right. Okay, so I am going to create the age over here. Age is equal to s dot, it is an integer, right? Okay, so s dot next int. Okay, so this is the general flow, right? Okay, so we are going to create one more method to check this, all this condition, check values. So what is our condition? If the age is greater than 60, we have to give a confirm birth. Okay, so it may be a middle or lower. Okay, so lower for ladies. Okay, so middle for gents. Okay, I am going to check the condition. If the age is greater than or equal to 60, okay, so we are going to check another condition. If uh, we are going to print this statement as male. Okay, female, female. Okay, so we are going to check this condition. Okay, so that is gender dot equals, okay, so gender dot equals, in this double quotes I am going to give male. Okay, so or, okay, so or condition, if you want to, it will be going to check it satisfy any one of this value, it will be going to the gender dot equals small letter male. Okay, so then what we are going to give, print this statement. Okay, so what we are going to do, small letter male. Okay, so what we are going to do, we are just going to print the statement. Okay, sys out, okay, so middle birth. Okay, so if is, that is woman. Okay, so grandmother. Okay, sys out, okay, so lower birth. Okay, right. Okay, so this is the condition. Okay, so what it is will be the one, and if the age is going to be lesser than 60, we have to give upper birth. Okay, so else part sys out, okay, so upper birth. Okay, right. Okay, so if he is going to be a age of above 60, okay, so then at the time only we need gender. Okay, so before that we don't want, means we can create the statement over here, right? Okay, so first we are going to check the conditions of age. Okay, so if the age is above 60, then we are again going to get the another input. Okay, so enter the gender, male or female. Okay, so if he is a male, okay, so we are going to give the middle birth. If he is a female, then we are going to give lower birth. Okay, so here the condition is, if the age is below 60 means, so the default we are going to give the birth is upper birth. Okay, okay, so I am going to give the main function. The main function, I am going to write this, I am going to create an object for this particular classes, nested if NIE, okay, so new nested if. Okay, so then NIE dot get data. Okay, so then NIE dot check values. Okay, so let's see the check the execution of this program, whether it is executing properly or not. Okay, so here you see it is asking the age. Okay, so generally I am going to give the values which is going to be lesser than 60. Okay, so here you see it is printing the upper birth. Okay, so now you see I am going to give one more values. Okay, so that is the age is going to be above 60, that is 61. Okay, so here you see it is asking the input male or female. Okay, okay, so I am going to give male. So here you see we got the output middle birth, right? Okay, So this is the execution flow of this program. Okay, so hope you understand this. Let's see the execution flow of this program. Okay. Okay, right. Okay, so here you see we are going to create object for this nested if example. Okay, so that is NIE. Okay, so here you see it is going to create and copy of the classes, whatever the class is going to hold. Okay, that it will be going to hold the copy of it. Okay, so that is the class is holding gender and age. These are the two variables it is holding, and one scanner class object. Okay, so gender and age. Okay, so gender and age, right. Okay, so here you see it will be going to be find out the default constructor, no default constructor, so that it will be going to assign the default value. Gender is going to be a null and age is going to be a 0. Okay, so now we are going to call nie.getData. It will be going to be find out where the get data is. Here you see we are having the get data over here. What is the first statement which is here on here? Okay, system.out.println enter the age. It is going to ask the user to enter the age. Okay, so if the user is going to give the value is 31. Okay, so then after user entering the value, that value will be assigned to this variable age. Okay, so the age is going to be 31. Okay, so after executing this block, it will be finding the matching parenthesis. Okay, so this block is get executed, so that it will be moved to the next statement. Okay, after executing the get data, it will be going to be find out what is the next statement. The main method, it is a check value. It will be going to be find out where the check value on here. Okay, so in this class here you see we are having the check value on here. Okay, so what is the first statement? We are checking if the age is greater than or equal to 60, but the value what we are given is 31, so that this block is not going to be get executed, right. Okay, so if the statement is false, means what will be going to do? It will be going to be print the else part, that is upper birth. Okay, so that is output previously what we are get. Okay, so here you see I am going to give 31. Okay, here you see it is printing the upper birth. Okay, so after that it will be going to getting the values. Okay, so after printing this value, it will be back to here. Okay, so let's consider scenarios if the user is going to give the values of 60. Okay, I am going to run this program once again. I am going to give the values of 60. Okay, so I have 70. Okay, so I am going to give the values of 70. Okay, so this value age is going to be allocated to 70. Okay, age is going to be 70. Okay, then afterwards, okay, so it will be after receiving the values that is assigned to the variable age. Okay, so then it will be finding the closing bracket, so that it will be back to here. Okay, so then it will be going to be called nie.check value. Okay, so it will be going to call the check value method. Okay, so what is the first statement? Here you see it will be going to be substitute the values of 70 in the place of age. Okay, so here you see it will be going to be substitute the values of 70 on here. Okay, so the 70 is greater than 60, so that the condition is true, right. Okay, so this condition is true, it will be going to be execute this statement, block of statement. Okay, first this what is the first statement? We are going to ask the user enter the gender, male or female, right. Okay, so here you see it is asking, now I am going to give the values as male. Okay, okay, so here you see it is after user is giving the mail. Okay, so this statement is used to read the input from the user, right. That will be going to assign to the variable gender. Okay, so then it will be going to check the condition, gender dot equals male, capital letters or small letters. If any, this is OR pipe, right. Okay, so you all study the OR gate, AND gate, NOT gate, right. OR gate means what? Any one of the statement is true, the particular statement will be true. Okay, so AND gate means what? Both the statement is true, then only the statement the output will be true, right. Okay, OR gate means what? Any one is going to be true, the rest of the statement is going to be true, right. Okay, so here you see if the user is going to give the capital letter small or small letter, capital letter or small letter, that is doesn't matter. If it is matching any one of this, it will be going to be print the statement middle birth. Okay, so here you see here the first statement is true, that should be followed by, it will be checking the next statement. Okay, so here you see it is true, it will be going to be print the statement. Okay, so here it is false. Okay, so this one is going to be false, it will be going to be print this statement. Let's run this once again to check the female one. Okay, so I am going to get the print the give the values as female. Here you see we got lower birth. Got it, students? Hope you understand this if else if. Okay, so sorry, nested if. Okay, so this is what is mean. Okay, so it is nested if. Sorry for it. Okay, so nested if statement. Okay, so next statement we are going to next one in the control flow of statement is switch statement. Okay, this switch statement is going to be keep on checking the condition. Okay, so that switch values is going to be receive the values and will be going to check the values one by one, case 1, case 2 and case 3, like this. It will be going to be keep on checking one by one. If any one of the state block case is true, that will be going to execute the block of statement which is present in the case 1, and after it is finding the break statement, it will be going to be exit from the loop, exit from the control flow statement. Okay, so let's see the execute statement on this. Switch statement is used to check the values with each case. If it find the matching one, it execute the particular matching block of statement and exit the switch statement if the break statement is given, otherwise it move to the next block of statement and so on. Okay, right. Okay, so let's consider this syntax. Okay, so here you see the values is going to receive the input. Okay, so if the user is going to give 1, okay, so it will be going to check the value cases. If it is cases equal to 1, okay, so then it will be execute the block of statement. After that it will be finding the break statement, right? Okay, so that it will be going to be exit from the loop. If there is no break statement is present, it will be going to execute the next case, that is case 2. Without checking the condition, it will be going to execute the next case and it will be going to execute the next block of statement, and if break is present over here, it will be exit from here. Here also the break, in the case 2 the break statement is not present means, okay, then it will be moved to the next default one. Okay, and it will be going to be print the block of statement. Okay, so here it is a break. Okay, though that it will be going to exit from the control flow of statement. Here also no break is present means it will be at any cost it will be exit from the control flow. Okay, so this is the general definitions of switch statement. If no matches values is present, is execute the default block of statement. Here no case 1 and case 2 when the values is not get matched, it will be going to be print the default one. Okay, so this is the syntax of this switch statement. Let's see the implementations of this program. I am going to create simple switch case program. Okay, so here is I am going to enter ask the user to enter year. Okay, so then I am using scanner classes to read the input is equal to new scanner system dot in. Okay, okay, so what get data method. Okay, so then we are having sysout. Okay, so enter the year. Okay, then we are having the values variable here. Year is we are having, so then we are having a s dot next in to read the input from the user for the year variable. Okay, so next you see I am going to write one more method to check the values. Check the values. Okay, so now I am going to write the switch statement. Okay, and inside the switch statement I am going to pass the values here and case colon 9 2000. Okay, so then I am going to print the statement sysout corona virus first wave. Okay, sorry. Okay, so this is the syntax, right? Okay, so I'm give it wrongly. Okay, so here is I am going to give the break statement. Okay, so that should be followed by next block of statement. I'm just going to copy this. It's 2020, right? 2020, 2021, second view. Okay, and then 2022, third view. Okay, so default. Okay, so I'm going to print the statement in the system.out.println, system.out.println. I'm going to print system.out.println, no virus. Okay, okay, so I'm going to create in the main method. Okay, so I'm going to create an object for this particular class, switch case. Okay, switch equal to new switch C. Okay, new control space switch case, and then control space switch C dot get data. Okay, then switch C dot check values. Okay, so let's execute this program and check it whether it is working properly or not. Okay, so I'm going to give 2020. Okay, so here you see we got the output. Okay, so let's check this execution for this program in detailed manner. Okay, so here you see the main method where the execution is going to be get started. Okay, so in this switch case, okay, so we are going to create object which is called switch C, right? Okay, switch C object is going to be get created. Okay, so this object is just going to hold the copy of these classes, right? Okay, so what is the class is holding? It is holding the year and scanner, right? Okay, so here you see year, and we are having the scanner object is yes, right? Okay, so now we are going to create an object of this particular classes. Okay, so no default constructor is present, so that the values will be going to assign to 0. Okay, so now we are going to call switch C dot get data. It will be going to be find where the get data is there. Okay, so get data is present over here. Okay, so here you see it will be going to print the statement enter the value. Okay, so here you see we are getting this one, right? Okay, enter the value. After seeing the statement, user is going to give the values, right? Okay, so we here you see that value will be held by this variable. We are having the variable to hold the user given input yes dot next int. Okay, so the user is going to give the values. Suppose the user is given 2020. Okay, so then that value will assign to which variable? Year variable, right? Okay, so then here you see it will be going it will be going to assign to the year variable. Then after finding the closing bracket, okay, matching closing bracket, so that the control will be back to this statement. Okay, so what is the next statement? We are calling check values. It will be going to find out where the check values is there. Check values is here, right? Okay, so that this statement is going to be called this particular method. Okay, so here you see the year in the switch block, it will be going to accept the variable values year. Okay, so what is the variable values of year? It's calling 2020. Okay, so here is going to be 2020. It will be going to check the case with which value, which one is having the values of 2020. Okay, so here you see this one is going to hold the values of 2020, so that this statement is going to be printed. Okay, so that only we are getting this output coronavirus started first wave. Then it will be finding the breaking statement. Okay, so that the control will be exist. Okay, so what happen if you are not giving the break statement? What that is what we are seeing on the definition. Okay, so if no break statement, if break statement is given, otherwise it moves to the next block of statement and so on. Okay, so if it is finding the matching one, it will be going to be print the particular statement. Okay, so if there is a break statement is present, it will be exit from the control flow. If there is no break statement is present, it will be exit, it will be continue to the next block of code. Okay, so here you say I am going to run this code once again. I'm just going to give the values as 2020. Okay, so here you see we are going to print both the statement because it will be finding this case as a matching one. Okay, so that this block is going to be get executed, but here you see you don't find any break statement over there, right? Okay, so that it will be moved to the next one. Okay, so then it will be going to be print to the next statement which is present on the case, right? Okay, so here you see we are having the coronavirus started second wave. This statement is the second one, right? Okay, it will be going to be print this statement. Here also it will be having the break statement. In case there is a no break statement is present over here, okay, so it will be keep on executing the next statement too. Okay, so if the first statement is true, 2020, and print exit, here you see this statement is get evaluated and it is true. Okay, so that it will be going to execute this statement. No break statement is present over here, so that it will be going to be print this statement. Here also no break statement is present, so that this statement is going to be executed, but here we are having the break statement, so that it will be exit from here. Okay, so what happen if I am going to give a remove this break statement? It will be going to execute continuously from case 2020 to default. Okay, so if the user is going to give 2020, okay, so if the user is going to 2021, it will be going to execute the further statement 2021 statement and 2022 and default. It is not going to move to the above. Okay, so I am going to give 2020. Here you see it will be printing all the statement which is given on here. That is, if you are removing the break statement, okay, so this is going to be happen. Okay, so got it, students? Okay, so hope you understand the switch statement. Okay, here you see I am giving the break statement, so that will be execute this statement, exit from the loop, exit from the control statement if it is finding the matching one. Okay, if you like this, so this is all about the switch statement. If you like this video, okay, so please share this video with your friends. Okay, so please click the subscribe button and bell button to get a further notifications about videos from this particular channel, IISN YouTube channel. Please click the subscribe button. Thank you.